the Trevor Jackson Podcast.
My all-time top 5 dead or alive.
What's poppin'? I just want to take y'all back for a little while, man. Like, before streaming services, before Spotify, before Apple Music, before Tidal, we all celebrated DatPiff. Live mixtapes. It was a couple of more, but DatPiff, that's where I was at most of the time. And this episode 3, top 5 mixtapes of that era. I may forget some. But before I even start the show, in the comment section of this show, I need your top 5 mixtapes of all time. Please, help me out. We're going to get to it, though. 5.
Khalifa, man. Paper plane gang. 501 Young. Hey, shout out to my brother Spitter, man. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. And your bitch can see this shit from across the street, nigga. It's pimping over here. Macaroni. Cushion oranges, nigga. What up, Chevy? Germ, I see. Cardo on the beat. I don't love them, I don't chase them, I duck them. Smoke something, go to a new state soon as I fuck them. Niggas be pressed for pussy, ain't nothing. Instead of worrying about who that bitch fucking, why don't you get you some money? 9 times out of 10 she see me stunting. Game running, wanna know my hotel and who phone the ring when she coming. I keep it 100. Get love from the hoes, but it's money over bitches, nothing above it. Like the weed, loud like my engine when I speed up. Bitches holding they weed, rolling trees with their pretty feet up. Them suckers often imitate, but they can't beat us. So super high, look in the sky when you won't see me.
2010, that's when that dropped. Records, man, that was flawless to me. Coming from an artist who was that his first project? That was the first project I heard. But the beats was quality. I don't know who was producing all those records, man. And that's the same camp that what's homeboy name? Mike Miller or Mike something. I said Mike Miller. That's a Heat player. Rostrum Records. Oh my goodness. I done forgot homeboy name, the white boy that died. I feel crazy about that. Well, forget that. But that's my top 5 mixtape, man. Kush and Orange Juice. At that time, it had a big impact on the game, man. It was a dope way to start a career. That came out before his album, man. I was like, how you gonna top this? How is his album gonna top this? And to be honest with you, I feel like that debut album wasn't better than that mixtape, still, to me. But let's get into number 4, though, man. Let's do it. Meek Mill.
It's MMG. All my niggas strapped up and racked out. It's a lifestyle, nigga. Racked up shawty, racked up shawty. All these bitches call me racked up shawty, racked up shawty, racked up shawty. And all these bitches call me racked up shawty. Racks all on my wrist, racks all on my neck. I spend racks all on my bitch. Look at these racks all on my check. Nigga, I'm racked up and I'm racked out. Fuck a bitch, she tap out. Fuck a bitch and I pass out. In my pockets on J-Stack House, cause I ball hard, I'm swagged out. All black, made backs out. Y'all niggas just spit shit and I live the shit that I rap about. Cause these racks came from my crack house. Dirty money like Diddy. cameras niggas ain't never seen. Got 30 off in that 50. Now tell them hoes that I'm busy. Tell them hoes that I'm ballin'. I done fuck it, ain't answer once now. Why this hoe keep calling? Y'all niggas be fraud. Acting like y'all got it. That shit you call your stash, nigga, that's racks off in my pocket.
Hey, man. That first Dream Chasers was fire. The Flamers mixtapes was fire. But, like I said with Wiz Khalifa, this was the mixtape before the debut album. And that was Mac Miller, by the way. I know I forgot his name off the top of my head. I rest in peace to Mac Miller. But this album featured Rick Ross, Fabulous, 2 Chainz, French Montana, Wale, Kendrick Lamar. This ain't even an album, a mixtape, I mean. Trey Songz, Rick Ross, Fabulous, Twice, French Montana, 2 Chainz, Kendrick Lamar, Wale. Fire. Could have been higher if I wasn't biased about some of these mixtapes coming up. But number 3, let's get on into it. Let's get to it.
Here we are. The world is ours. This shit right here make me feel a certain kind of way.
Maybach music.
This shit feel good right here. This shit feel like some Carrot City shit right here. My nigga Peanut, rest in peace, he would've felt this right here. I'm on my convertible bird shit. I'm feeling myself, hope you feeling me too. God forgives and I don't, unforgettable dude. I'm ballin' my nigga, and that's word to your mama. I want you to ride, definition of honor. Honor that brother, but murder these hoes. Always pay your taxes, never pay these hoes. Always making moves, I didn't make the rules. I'm just making ends meet with this plate of food. Went from SpaghettiOs to a new set of Vogues. Back to square one, we still was selling those. My Tribe Called Quest, shit was nice, dog. Gucci was Q-Tip, I was Phife Dawg. On the war tours with all the wrong whores. Had the right ideas in all the wrong stores. Timing is everything. Rhyming is everything. Geechee Liberace put diamonds in everything. The world is ours. You heard?
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Let me see the release date on this. 2012. This was the beginning of the MMG takeover. Before the self-made mixtapes, albums, compilations, whatever you want to call them. This was before Rich Forever. If y'all remember that, Rich Forever. That's before the self-made albums and before he started signing artists and all of that. So I'm going to say some of the artists that was featured on it. Some of the people who produced on it. On a mixtape. Let's talk about this. Is a mixtape now. This is still not available on streaming services. Sean Combs on there twice. We know that is Diddy. Pharrell, Meek, Stally. What happened to Stally? Is he still making good music? Stally on there a couple of times. 2 Chainz, Future, Meek, Birdman, French, Drake, Kelly Rowland, Nas, French again, John Legend, and Styles P. Nas, I want to hear that record, Triple Beam Dreams. But this could have been number 1 if it wasn't. It's certain reasons why my 1 and 2 are where they're located at. It's certain reasons. They might not even be in somebody else's top 10. But the impact they had on me is different.
Hey, Gooch, niggas in the Midwest say you ain't gotta sound look gangster together, nigga. Why don't you give us some of that street shit for them street niggas?
It's your boy, Yo Gotti. Yeah. Gucci Mane, the flip. My nigga Ralph in here. Zaytoven on the beat, nigga. And it's a street nigga holiday. My nigga DJ Holiday.
Ooh, Mr.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm trying to pull up the track listing right quick because I want to say something, but I don't want to say something. Dang, I don't know if he on that song. I want to say this was the intro to Bankroll Fresh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Faces. Was he on Faces or was that Young Ralph? Was Bankroll Fresh on Faces? Cause this, I know I got an audience up top. I know I got an audience in the A. I look at the analytics. I know my folks in New York be tapped in. But this goo out right here, that mixtape, Mr. Perfect, if you ain't heard it, it might not even, at this point in my life, it probably wouldn't have had the same impact on me as it did at that time. But that mixtape was when the streets was, Gucci dominated the streets in the era when you had to really be street. If y'all get what I'm saying. If you had to really live your lyrics, when you had to really live your lyrics and really be about that, Gucci dominated that. And that was when the Brick Squad was created. Waka Wu, Frenchie, Zaytoven on the beat. He put DJ Ace. He started doing mixtapes with Drama. It was just that's when the streets of the South was Yo Gotti. To be honest, he kept Yo Gotti hot. To be honest, just being honest, French Montana came down here and got with Gucci. Nicki came down here and got hot because of Gucci. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. But let's get into my number one, though. This is, if you from the South and this ain't your number one mixtape, if this didn't have an impact on you, and you from the ages of 30 to 45, you cap.
I'm the realest nigga in it. You already know. Got trap of the year. I'm the realest nigga in it. Let's get it. You already know. Got trap of the year 4 times. I'm the realest nigga in it. You already know. Got trap of the year 4 times in a row. What they give you? A lifetime supply, baking soda, clientele. A rolling watch, Gangsta Brazil. Can get about 50 in the Hummer. The birds fly down south to Georgia for the summer. Yeah. Money, hoes, cars, clothes. Coke prices up and down like 6-fold. Just cause I'm flying like a helicopter. The federales on my tail. Call them bird watchers. Minus the bullshit, life's great. Just got a camera on the beach.
And my license plate. Hey. Boy, that thing right there. Stupid. That was the first artist rapping about street stuff that spoke it metaphorically, but you could understand that what he was saying was true. It was organic street music. It was music that was relatable to the people that lived that life. It wasn't just a bar here, a bar there. He was spitting it. He was talking that talk. But I know a lot of y'all gonna say, Trail, where this? Where that? Why this ain't in your top 5? I'm gonna give y'all some honorable mentions, man. I didn't put a Future mixtape in there if y'all didn't notice. I didn't put a Lil Wayne mixtape in there if y'all didn't notice. The Drought series, No Ceilings, Future had Monster, Beast Mode, 56 Nights. I didn't put a Dipset in there, a G Unit in there, a Lox. Rich Gang didn't make it. The mixtape with Rich Homie and Young Thug didn't make it. Wale, mixtape about nothing. Honorable mentions. DJ Clue, The Professionals. If you don't know about that, your hip hop card is revoked. Period. If you ain't heard a song off of that, you don't talk hip hop analytics and conversations with nobody. Fabulous. The There Is No Competition series, the Soul Tape series, a little bit. J. Cole, he came with that. I forgot the one he was holding the basketball, but it's plenty of mixtapes, man. That era was fire. That's when people was hungry, and they had to create dope music and give it away for free. And right now, we still giving away music for free, to be honest with you, because 70% of a penny, man. Oh, man. Hey, but thank y'all for tuning in to episode 3 of the Top 5s, man. This is my top 5 mixtapes of all time. Let's go.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
My all-time top 5 dead or alive.